I asked my viewers what they'd like me to make next, and I was actually inundated with suggestions this time round. Out of all those options, I chose the bird-headed tentacle dragon called the SNALLYGASTER. Enjoy! So we'll start off this sculpt, as always, with a chunk of clay. Roughly the right amount to get started with, and get straight into using some tin foil. This will make the main bulk of the body, which is a hell of a lot cheaper than using clay for it. I'm going to cut a bit of wire now and then use that and wrap it around this this kind of tinfoil sausage to give it a bit more strength. I'm going to take my nicely kneaded clay now and cut off some slices so that I can use it to cover this frame with. With that all done, we're going to move on to making the head. I kind of hate how this is turning out, so we're just gonna get rid of this. Let's get rid of that and start again. Here we go. Originally we were going for a kind of eagle, monstrous creature kind of look, and honestly, I was thinking about it, and I kind of like the idea of a pigeon. I mean, if there's any bird that is absolutely everywhere, and it's going to somehow breed itself with a lizard or a dragon, it's probably going to be a pigeon. If you're enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a like, comment what you'd like to see me make next, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future builds. The beak looks really good, it's a little too high up on the head, so I'm going to cut that off and move it down just a little. And then we'll pop his little eye on, give him an eyelid, smooth that down, and then we're going to use these little jelly beans to build up the form of his feathery neck. Mash them about to make a bit of texture. And then we're just going to add some details, and we're going to start with the feathers. Very, very fine feathers on the head, and as we work our way down, they'll turn into a more kind of feathery neck piece around him. And it's all just loads and loads of tiny little lines, pretty much. That's the only texture we need at the moment. This is kind of roughly what I want him to look like. Ooh, let's put him down. Rolling out some clay here so I can cut it into strips. And these are going to be used to make the scales on the front of his body. No cryptids complete without his tentacles. So what I've done here is just print some textures into clay and put them in the oven so that now that they're nice and hard I can use them to texture the surface of my sculpture. added some scales onto his back to make him look a bit more like a dragon. And right now we're just making his wings. So I had a bit of trouble with these, and in the end they turned out like this. Very delicate little things, but they're all good. Now it's time for the painting. And like I said, he's got a pigeon's head, so we're going to go in with a nice grey. Starting up like that, just very carefully painting it on. Give his beak a little work. I kind of started giving him this kind of fleshy looking body, and I thought, do you know what, that's a really good idea. But now I've painted it on, I don't think it's really working out. There's too many colours about, so I'm just gonna paint him green again, as he is a dragon after all, and hopefully that's going to work a lot better. Just adding some highlights to the tips of his scales. I put a wash of varnish over his eyes, and we're just going to put a single little drop of UV curing resin over the top of that to give him like a proper glistening eyeball, to just really make it punch. Time to make the base. So we're going to put all of this kind of crusty looking stuff on, and then we'll start adding our stones. We'll go with an undercoat of black. Bit of PVA glue is going to help us stick down all our flocking. So we need to give that a nice good dollop, and then spread it around with a paintbrush. Make sure we get a nice thick covering, and then shake off the excess. So off camera I made a little hillbilly toilet, and if you're interested in seeing me make things like this, let me know in the comments and I'll add them into future videos. Next up we've got some trees, which are made pretty simply in the same way that I made trees in my last video. If you haven't seen that, go and watch my Jersey Devil vid, it's pretty good. Well, I think it's alright. They're just going to get a very quick coat of brown paint. Pull out some of that bark texture, and yeah, they're looking pretty good. All we've got to do now is add everything to the base, and it's pretty much time for the glamour shots. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed our build, and I'll see you next time. P.S. Don't forget to subscribe. Laters.